Tom wiped the sweat from his forehead as he finished loading the last crate of rare minerals onto the transport shuttle. The heat of the mining tunnels never stopped, and neither did Tom's hard work. He was just a simple man living on the colony, planet Zalara. The red soil, rocky mountains, and dusty air were all he had known for most of his life. But inside, Tom dreamed of something more. A life beyond mining, beyond the dusty tunnels. After his long shift, Tom decided to visit the city market. The market was a place where all kinds of aliens and humans met to trade goods, tell stories, and share news. It was colorful and noisy, with bright lights and smells of many strange foods. Tom loved to walk there, even if he could not afford much. As Tom walked among the crowds, he noticed people staring at him oddly. He felt a little uneasy but kept moving. His eyes caught a woman standing by a stall selling small glowing stones. She was tall, with pale skin and silver hair that shone in the sunlight. Her eyes were sharp, almost like she was looking through people. Suddenly, the woman's eyes fixed on Tom's right hand. She stepped closer, her voice barely above a whisper. "I finally found you, human," she said. Tom froze. He looked down at his hand, then at the woman. She smiled softly, then turned and walked quickly into the crowd. Tom wanted to call her back but felt his voice stuck in his throat. The words, "I've finally found you," repeated in his mind. Who was she? Why did she say that? And why did she stare at the scar on his hand? Tom's hand had a small scar, a thin line near his wrist. He got it years ago when he was a child. It was just a simple cut, or so he thought. But now, it felt different. The scar seemed to pulse lightly, as if alive. Tom left the market quickly, walking fast through the busy streets until he was outside the city walls. He sat down on a rock, feeling confused and scared. He touched the scar again and whispered to himself, "What does this mean?" Days passed, but Tom could not forget the woman or her words. He tried to focus on work, but his mind kept drifting. One evening, as the twin suns of Zalara set behind the mountains, a soft light glowed from the scar. Tom stared in wonder as the light grew brighter for a few seconds, then faded away. That night, Tom dreamed of a vast galaxy filled with stars and strange planets. In the dream, a voice spoke to him, calm and deep. "You carry the mark, the last link of your kind. Your path is greater than you know." Tom woke up with a start. The scar on his hand was warm. He knew his life was about to change. The next morning, Tom returned to the city market. He wanted to find the mysterious woman. He walked slowly, watching every face. Near the glowing stone stall, he saw her again. This time she did not speak, but nodded at him as if expecting him. "My name is Nia," she said quietly. "I come from the Valari, an ancient race that has watched over the galaxy for many centuries. Your scar is a sign, Tom. It means you are connected to a hidden past." Tom listened carefully. He felt a mix of fear and hope. "What past? What do you mean?" Nia's eyes grew soft. "Long ago, your ancestors were great travelers and protectors of peace in the galaxy. But something happened, and humans lost their place. You carry a mark from that time. It is a key to unlocking the power inside you." Tom looked at his hand again, touching the scar gently. "But I am just a miner. How can I be special?" Nia smiled. Sometimes, the greatest power lies hidden in the simplest people. We must help you understand and awaken it. Tom thought about his life, his hard days in the mines, his dreams of adventure. Could this be real? Could he be more than he ever imagined? Before Tom could ask more, a loud noise came from the market entrance. Several armed guards pushed through the crowd. Nia's eyes flashed with warning. "We must go," she said quickly. Tom followed Nia through narrow alleys and quiet streets. She led him to a hidden place beneath the city, a small room filled with ancient books and glowing crystals. "This is the Valari Sanctuary," Nia explained. "Here, you will learn what your scar means and how to use the power it holds." Tom felt nervous but also excited. For the first time, he felt like he belonged somewhere beyond the dusty tunnels of Zalara. As the stars shone outside, Tom looked at Nia and said, "I want to understand. I want to know who I really am." Nia nodded. "Then your journey begins now." Tom sat quietly in the dim light of the Valari Sanctuary. Around him, strange symbols glowed softly on the walls. Nia watched him closely, her silver eyes calm and patient. The room felt both ancient and alive, as if the secrets of many worlds waited inside. "Your scar is not just a simple mark," Nia said gently. "It is a sign of your true heritage. It connects you to a time long before humans lived on Zalara." Tom looked down at his hand. The scar was still faint, but seemed to pulse softly. "How can a scar do that? It's just a small cut I got when I was a boy." Nia smiled. "That cut was no accident. It was made by a Valari protector who knew your family's secret. Your ancestors had powers that most beings cannot imagine. They could heal, think faster, and even sense danger from far away. But most of all, they had a strong heart and will to protect others." Tom's mind spun. He had never heard of anything like this. "Why me? Why do I have this scar?" "Because you are the last link," Nia answered. "Many centuries ago, humans were a powerful and respected race. But after a great war, humans disappeared from most parts of the galaxy. Your family kept the secret alive, hidden in places like Zalara." Tom's heart beat faster. "But I don't feel special. I'm just Tom. I dig rocks all day." Nia placed a hand on his shoulder. "You are more than that. The scar is a key, but your own spirit must unlock it. I will teach you how." For the next days, Tom stayed in the sanctuary. Nia showed him old Valari texts and holograms that told stories of ancient humans. They were brave explorers who brought peace between many planets. They used their minds and hearts to build strong friendships. Tom learned about the human mind's unique ability to adapt and solve problems. He was surprised to hear that humans once led great missions across the stars. Nia also taught him simple exercises to help him focus. Tom practiced calming his mind and feeling his heartbeat. Slowly, he began to sense something inside him waking up. One afternoon, as Tom sat quietly, he felt a sharp pulse from the scar. His vision blurred, and suddenly he saw flashes of images, stars, ships, faces of people he did not know, but somehow felt familiar. Tom gasped and looked at Nia. "What was that?" "That is your mind reaching out to the past," Nia said softly. "Your ancestors are calling to you. You have a gift to understand things beyond your time." Tom felt excited and scared at the same time. He wanted to learn more, but he also wondered if he could handle such a responsibility. That night, Tom dreamed again. This time, he was flying among stars, feeling free and strong. A voice spoke clearly. "You carry hope. Do not fear your power." When Tom woke, the scar on his hand glowed faintly. He smiled. Maybe he was more than just a miner after all, but not everyone was happy about Tom's discovery. Far away, in a dark room on a huge space station, a man named Kor watched a screen. On the screen, he saw images of Tom and Nia together. "They have found him," Kor said with a cold smile. "The last human. We cannot let him grow stronger." Kor was the leader of a powerful alien group called the Zorath. They feared humans because long ago humans had stopped their conquests and brought peace. The Zorath wanted to rule the galaxy without challenge. Kor sent his agents to capture Tom. They moved fast and quiet, ready to strike. Back on Zalara, Tom felt a new sense of danger. Strange shadows moved outside the sanctuary. Nia noticed too. "We must prepare," she said. "The Zorath will not stop until they have you." Tom's heart raced. He looked at his scar and then at Nia. "What can I do? I don't know how to fight or protect anyone." Nia smiled kindly. "That is why I am here. Together we will unlock your strength." Tom nodded, feeling a spark of courage. He remembered the stories of his ancestors. If they could stand for peace, so could he. The next morning, Nia began training Tom. It was not like the hard labor in the mines. Instead, Tom learned to listen to his body and mind. He practiced moving quietly, focusing his thoughts and sensing the world around him. At first, it was hard. Tom stumbled and grew tired quickly. But Nia encouraged him. "Strength comes from patience," she said. "Your body and mind will grow stronger, step by step." Days turned into weeks. Tom's scar glowed often during training. Sometimes, his hands tingled, and he felt energy moving through him. He could solve puzzles faster and remember details clearly. One day, Nia gave Tom a small device. "This will help you see and hear far away. Use it wisely." Tom took it carefully. For the first time, he felt like a protector, not just a miner. But deep inside, Tom still worried. Would he be ready when the Zorath came? That question stayed with him every night. One evening, as the sun set, Tom sat outside the sanctuary and looked at the stars. He whispered, "I don't know who I am yet, but I will find out. I will protect my home, my people, and the galaxy." Nia joined him quietly. She said, "You already carry the hope of many. The scar is your link. Your heart is your power." Tom smiled, feeling the warmth of friendship and destiny. The journey ahead was unknown and full of danger, but Tom was ready to begin. Tom woke up early in the soft light of Zalara's morning suns. The scar on his hand tingled again, like a gentle reminder that his life was changing. Today was the first full day of training with Nia and the Valari. Nia waited for him outside, the small sanctuary. She smiled warmly. "Are you ready, Tom?" Tom took a deep breath and nodded. "Yes. I want to learn everything." Nia led him to a large open field near the city. The air was fresh and cool, and strange plants grew in bright colors all around. Tom had never been here before. "This field will be your training ground," Nia said. "We will work on your mind and body. You are stronger than you think." Tom looked at his hands nervously. "I hope so." Nia began by teaching Tom simple exercises. First, you must learn to calm your mind. Close your eyes and focus on your breathing. Feel the air moving in and out, Tom tried to follow. At first, his thoughts wandered to the mines, the machines, and the scar on his hand. But slowly he felt his mind become quiet. Good, Nia said. Now sense the energy around you. All living things have energy, including you. Your scar connects you to this energy. Tom opened his eyes and looked at the field. The plants seemed to shimmer slightly, and the air felt alive. He tried to feel the energy flowing inside him. After the meditation, Nia showed Tom how to move quietly and quickly. You must learn to control your body, not just your mind, she explained. Your ancestors were fast and strong. You will be too. Tom practiced running, jumping, and dodging small obstacles Nia placed on the ground. He was clumsy at first, tripping over stones and stumbling, but Nia never lost patience. Try again, she said gently. Each mistake is a step forward. Days passed with training. Tom's body grew stronger and his mind sharper. He began to understand the strange sensations from his scar. It was as if the scar was alive, guiding him. One day, Nia introduced Tom to the Valari warriors who lived in the city. They were tall, graceful, and wore smooth armor that shone in the light. They watched Tom carefully, but with respect. You will train with us too, Nia said. They will teach you to defend yourself. Tom felt nervous, but also proud. He was no longer just a miner. He was part of something greater. The Valari warrior named Rill approached Tom. Do not be afraid, Rill said kindly. We were once enemies, but now we fight together. Your courage matters. Tom nodded and followed Rill to a training hall. Inside, the walls glowed with blue light, and strange machines hummed softly. Rill handed Tom a small wooden staff. This will help you learn balance and focus. Tom gripped the staff tightly. Rill showed him simple moves, blocking, stepping, and striking with calm power. At first, Tom felt awkward. His hands shook and he missed many moves. But Rill encouraged him. Focus on your breath. Use your mind, not just your strength. Tom took a deep breath. Slowly, he began to move with more confidence. His strikes became faster and smoother. After hours of practice, Tom was exhausted but proud. He could feel the power growing inside him, linked to the scar on his hand. Nia watched from the side and smiled. You are learning quickly. One evening, after training, Tom and Nia sat on a hill overlooking the city. The twin suns were setting, painting the sky with orange and purple. Tom looked at his scar. Why does it glow sometimes? What is it trying to tell me? Nia explained. Your scar is connected to the ancient power of your ancestors. When you feel strong emotions, hope, fear, courage, the scar reacts. It is your connection to their strength. Tom thought about the scar in a new way. It was not a burden, but a gift. Suddenly, Nia's expression grew serious. Tom, training is important, but you must also prepare your mind for what is coming. The Zorath will not wait. Tom's heart beat faster. Are they coming soon? Yes, Nia said. They want to capture you before you become stronger. We must be ready to protect you and the future of humans. Tom felt fear, but also determination. I will not run away. I want to stand and fight. Nia reached out and placed her hand over his. That courage is why you carry the scar. The days grew busier. Tom's training included learning to use simple Valari technology. He learned to use the small device Nia gave him to communicate and to detect danger from far away. One morning, while practicing meditation, Tom felt a sudden rush of energy. His scar glowed brightly, and his mind opened to new thoughts. He saw flashes of places he had never been, distant planets, large ships, and ancient ruins. When the vision ended, Tom gasped. "What was that?" Nia smiled. "That is your mind, reaching beyond your body. Your ancestors' memories are waking inside you. You are learning faster than I expected." Tom felt both excited and tired. The training was hard, but he could feel himself changing. Late one night, as Tom rested in the sanctuary, he heard a quiet noise outside. He looked out and saw shadows moving near the entrance. His heart pounded. Could it be the Zorath agents? Tom reached for the small device and sent a quick message to Nia. Moments later, she appeared, calm and ready. "We must hide," she said. "Come with me." Together, they slipped through secret tunnels beneath the city. Tom's mind raced with questions and fears, but he stayed close to Nia. After a long walk, they reached a hidden cave filled with glowing crystals. Nia explained, "This place is safe for now. We can rest and plan." Tom sat down and looked at the scar on his hand, now glowing softly in the dark. He realized that his life was no longer his own. He had a mission: to unlock the power inside him and protect the future of humanity. Nia looked at him with hope. "You are ready for what comes next." Tom nodded. "I will not fail." As they rested, Tom thought about the journey ahead. It would be long and full of danger, but he was no longer afraid. With Nia's help and the strength of his ancestors inside him, he would face whatever came. The hidden cave was quiet, except for the soft hum of glowing crystals. Tom sat beside Nia, his hand resting on the scar that still pulsed faintly. Outside, the stars shone brightly over the city of Zalara, but danger lurked closer than ever. Nia looked serious. "The Zorath will come for you soon, Tom. They want to capture you before your power grows stronger." Tom nodded, feeling the weight of her words. "Why do they fear me so much?" Nia's silver eyes met his. "Because your ancestors stopped their conquest long ago. Humans once brought peace and hope to many worlds. The Zorath want to control everything without challenge." Tom thought about his quiet life in the mines. How could he, a simple man, be the key to stopping such power? "We cannot stay hidden forever," Nia said. "We must prepare to fight if they come." That night, Tom couldn't sleep. His mind raced with questions and fears. What if he wasn't ready? What if he failed the people who counted on him? Suddenly, a soft glow from the scar on his hand caught his attention. The light grew stronger, filling the room with a warm, golden color. Tom felt a rush of energy like never before. "What is happening?" he whispered. Nia stepped closer. "Your power is awakening. The scar is a symbol of your strength, but it is also a key to unlock the abilities hidden inside you." Tom closed his eyes and took a deep breath. He could feel the energy flowing through him, making his muscles stronger and his mind sharper. "Try to focus on that energy," Nia said. "Use it to protect yourself and those you care about." Tom opened his eyes. feeling more alive than ever. I will try. The next morning, as the suns rose over Zalara, Nia and Tom prepared to leave the cave. They needed to return to the city to warn the Valari and the other humans living there. As they stepped outside, the sky suddenly darkened. A large shadow moved over the city. A Zorath warship, black and menacing, blocked the sun's light. Tom's heart pounded. They've come. Nia grabbed his arm. Stay close. We must reach the Valari base before they attack. They ran through the city streets, avoiding patrols and confused citizens. The warship's engines hummed loudly above them, sending a chill through the air. At the Valari base, alarms blared. Warriors rushed to their stations, preparing defenses. Nia led Tom to a command room filled with holographic maps and glowing controls. Valari commanders gave orders quickly, their voices calm but urgent. One of them, a tall Valari named Lyra, looked at Tom. The Zorath are here to capture you. They believe your power can stop their plans. Tom swallowed hard. What plans? Lyra pointed to a star system on the map. The Zorath want to conquer the entire region. If they capture you, they will control the humans and use your power to defeat others. Tom felt a heavy responsibility pressing down on him. I won't let that happen. Nia nodded. We will fight together. Suddenly, the warship opened its weapons and fired powerful beams at the city. Buildings shook, and people screamed as explosions lit the sky. Tom watched in horror as the Valari warriors rushed to defend their home. Nia took his hand. You must stay safe. We need you alive. But Tom shook his head. I'm not just going to hide. I want to help, Nia smiled softly. Then I will teach you how to fight. Over the next hours, Tom trained with the Valari warriors inside the base. They showed him how to use energy shields, light weapons, and combat techniques. Though tired, Tom felt the scar on his hand grow warm and strong. He learned to block attacks, dodge quickly, and use the strange energy that flowed through his body. During a break, Tom asked Nia, why didn't the humans keep this power before? Why was it lost? Nia looked sad. After the Great War, humans chose to live quietly, hiding their gifts to avoid more fighting. But the galaxy changed, and now your power is needed again. Tom understood the choice but knew he could not stay hidden any longer. Suddenly, alarms warned of an attack inside the base. Zorath agents had broken through the defenses. Tom's heart raced as he joined the warriors to defend the command room. The battle was fierce. Laser beams and energy blasts filled the air. Tom felt fear, but also a fierce determination. His scar glowed brightly as he moved. He blocked a powerful attack aimed at Nia and pushed back with a strength he didn't know he had. The warriors fought side by side, slowly pushing the invaders back. Tom realized his training was working. He was becoming more than just a miner. He was a fighter and a protector. After the battle, the base was damaged but still standing. The Valari and humans gathered to plan their next move. Lyra said, The Zorath will return. They want to take Tom and use his power for their dark plans. Tom looked around at the faces of his friends and allies. He felt a deep responsibility. Nia put a hand on his shoulder. You carry the hope of many. Together we will stand against the darkness. Tom nodded. I am ready to fight for my people. That night, Tom sat alone looking at the stars above Zalara. The scar on his hand still pulsed softly. He thought about the long journey ahead. Though the danger was great, Tom knew he was not alone. With Nia and the Valari by his side, and the strength of his ancestors in his blood, he would face whatever came. He whispered to the stars, "I will protect my home. I will protect humanity's future." The scar on his hand glowed one last time before fading into the quiet night. The next morning, Tom stood outside the Valari base, looking up at the twin suns of Zelara. The warship's shadow was gone, but the danger was still close. Naya stood beside him, calm but serious. "We need to learn more about your past," she said. "To unlock your full power, we must go to Earth, your true home." Tom's heart raced. Earth. The name sounded like a dream, a place from stories he had never believed were real. "Earth is the lost world of humans," Nia explained. "It holds many secrets about your ancestors and the power inside you." Tom looked down at his scar. It still glowed faintly, like a small star on his skin. "I want to go. I want to understand who I am." Nia smiled. "Then we must prepare for a long journey." The Valari base was busy with preparations. Ships were repaired, supplies packed, and maps studied. Tom watched as Nia and the Valari planned their route through dangerous space. The journey to Earth would not be easy. It was far beyond the settled colonies and past many unknown stars. Tom helped load the small ship that would take them. It was sleek and fast, built for long travel and sudden escapes. As the ship lifted off, Tom felt a mix of excitement and fear. He watched Zelara grow smaller below them, the red mountains, dusty cities, and familiar fields fading into the airy distance. Inside the ship, Nia explained what they would face. "Space is full of dangers, pirates, storms, and the Zorath. We must be ready." Tom nodded. "I'm ready." The first days passed quietly. Tom spent time learning how to use the ship's controls and the Valari technology. The scar on his hand pulsed softly during moments of stress or discovery. One night, as the stars passed by the window, Tom asked Nia, "What was Earth like before?" Nia smiled softly. "Earth was once a shining world, full of life and hope. Humans built great cities, explored space, and helped other races. Your ancestors were known for their kindness and courage." Tom felt proud. "I want to live up to that." Suddenly, alarms beeped loudly. The ship shook as it entered a dark area filled with space debris and small asteroids. Nia quickly took the controls. "Hold on!" Tom grabbed a handrail as the ship dodged rocks and blasts. His heart pounded, but he remembered his training. Calm breath, focused mind. The ship's shields flashed as small pieces hit the hull. After tense moments, they cleared the field and the stars opened before them again. Tom breathed deeply. "That was close." Nia smiled. "Space will test us many times." Days turned into weeks. Tom's body grew stronger and his mind sharper. The scar glowed with new light during moments of courage and hope. One afternoon, the ship entered a strange nebula, a swirling cloud of colorful gases and bright lights. The view was beautiful, but dangerous. As they flew through, the ship's sensors detected something. Nia's face grew serious. Pirates. A group of fast ships appeared from the nebula surrounding them. The pirates were rough, armed with weapons and no mercy. Tom's heart raced. "What do we do?" Nia activated the ship's defense systems. "We fight or run." The battle was fast and fierce. Lasers flashed and explosions lit the darkness of space. Tom helped by guiding energy to the shields and managing systems. Suddenly, one pirate ship fired a powerful blast at the control room. The ship shook violently. Tom felt the scar on his hand burning hot. He closed his eyes and focused on the energy inside him. Slowly, the blast weakened, and the ship's systems stabilized. Nia looked at him with surprise. "You used your power." Tom nodded, still amazed. "I didn't know I could." The pirates, seeing the sudden strength, broke off the attack and sped away into the nebula. After the battle, Tom sat quietly. His scar still glowed softly. Nia said, "Your power is growing. Soon, you will be ready for what comes next." Tom smiled. "I feel like I'm waking up." The ship continued its journey through unknown space. Tom and Nia shared stories of the past, of heroes, battles, and peace. One evening, the ship's sensors detected a signal, a message in an ancient human language. It was a beacon from Earth, guiding travelers home. Tom felt a rush of hope. "We're close." Nia nodded. "Yes, Earth waits for you." As the ship moved closer, Tom looked at the stars with new wonder. His journey was far from over, but he was no longer just a miner from Zalara. He was a human with a legacy, a protector of the past and hope for the future. The ship glided silently through space as Tom stared at the glowing screen before him. The signal from Earth was getting stronger. He felt a strange mix of excitement and fear. This was the place where his ancestors had lived, the place where his true journey would begin. Nia sat beside him, her eyes calm but filled with hope. "Earth is a place of many secrets," she said. "What you find there may change everything." Tom nodded, gripping the armrest. "I want to know the truth." The ship passed through the last layer of clouds around Earth's orbit. Below, the blue and green planet shone like a jewel. Tom's heart beat faster. The stories he had heard all his life felt real now. They landed near a hidden valley, far from the cities and crowded places. The valley was quiet, covered with tall trees and sparkling streams. It was a peaceful place, full of life. Nia led Tom to a cave entrance hidden behind thick vines. "This is the Vault of Memories," she explained. "It holds the history of humans and the knowledge your ancestors left behind." Tom stepped inside. The cave was cool and dark, but glowing symbols lit the walls. In the center was a large crystal, humming softly with energy. Nia placed her hand on the crystal, and suddenly, holograms appeared in the air, images of people, cities, and stars. Tom watched as the history of humans unfolded before him. He saw great cities built with shining towers and flying ships. He saw humans exploring distant planets, meeting other races with kindness and courage. A voice spoke from the holograms, calm and strong. Humans were once guardians of peace. Their power came from their hearts, their minds, and their unity. Tom reached out, touching the crystal. His scar glowed warmly. He felt a deep connection to the people in the images. Nia said, "The scar you carry is a mark of the chosen lineage. It links you to this legacy and the power inside you." Tom thought about his life, the mining tunnels, the quiet days, and the new strength growing inside him. Why did humans lose this power? Nia's eyes softened. After a great war, humans chose to hide and protect their gifts. They wanted peace, but the galaxy changed. Now that power must be awakened again. Tom felt a surge of responsibility. Then I must help. I must bring hope back, Nia smiled. Yes, and you are not alone. Suddenly, the cave's entrance shook. Outside, Tom heard distant noises, ships landing and voices shouting. The Zorath have found us, Nia said. Quickly. They followed us here. Tom's heart raced. We have to protect the vault. Nia reached into a small pouch and pulled out a glowing stone. She handed it to Tom. This will help you unlock more of your power. Use it wisely. Tom took the stone, feeling its warmth. Together, they prepared for the coming battle. Outside, the Zorath forces landed, moving quickly toward the cave. Their leader, Kor, appeared, his face cold and cruel. You cannot hide from us, human, he sneered. Your power will belong to us. Tom stepped forward, his scar glowing bright. I am not afraid. This power is for peace, not war. The battle began. Tom and Nia fought side by side, using their skills and the energy from the glowing stone. Tom's mind was clear, and his body moved with strength he never knew he had. He blocked attacks, dodged blasts, and struck with precise power. The scar on his hand shone like a beacon. Nia fought fiercely, her silver hair glowing in the light of the battle. Together they pushed back the Zorath. Kor realized he could not win. With a furious roar, he ordered a retreat. The Zorath ships lifted off, disappearing into the stars. Tom stood, breathing hard but feeling victorious. The scar on his hand still glowed softly. Nia smiled proudly. You have awakened your power. The legacy lives on. Tom looked at the vault of memories, feeling hope and strength. He knew his journey was far from over, but now he understood who he was. He was a human, a protector, a leader, and a light in the darkness. The stars shone brightly over Earth's quiet valley as Tom stood beside Nia, looking toward the distant horizon. The battle with the Zorath had awakened something powerful inside him. Now it was time to face the final challenge. News came quickly that the Zorath were returning with a larger fleet. This time, they would not just try to capture Tom, they wanted to destroy everything that stood against them. Tom felt the weight of his responsibility. He was no longer the miner from Zalara. He was a leader, a protector, and a symbol of hope for humans and their allies. Nia stood close, her silver eyes steady. We must unite all those who believe in peace, humans, Valari, and others who want freedom. Together, they sent messages across the galaxy, calling for help. Many answered, the Valari warriors, humans from distant colonies, and even some alien races tired of the Zorath's rule. The preparations began. Tom trained harder than ever. His scar glowed with energy, a sign of his growing power. He learned to control it, to use it to protect and heal. One evening, as the sun set, Tom stood before the gathered allies. His voice was calm but strong. We fight not for war but for peace, for the future of all who call the stars home. The crowd cheered, hope shining in their eyes. The battle came fast. The Zorath fleet darkened the sky, their ships large and menacing. But the defenders were ready. Tom led the charge, his scar glowing bright like a beacon. He moved with strength and speed, using his energy to shield his friends and strike at the enemy. The fight was fierce. Lasers flashed, engines roared, and the sky burned with light. But Tom's courage inspired all who fought beside him. At one moment, Tom saw a group of Zorath warriors aiming at Nia. Without thinking, he leaped forward, blocking the attack with a shield of energy from his scar. The blast hit him, but he stood strong. Nia smiled gratefully. Your heart is as strong as your power. Slowly the tide of battle turned. The Zorath, surprised by the defenders' unity and strength, began to retreat. Tom felt the rush of victory, but knew the fight was not over. We must rebuild, he said. We must make sure peace lasts. After the battle, Tom and Nia stood on a hill overlooking the stars. The galaxy was quiet again. Nia said softly, You have fulfilled your destiny, Tom. You have brought hope back to humanity. Tom looked at his glowing scar and smiled. I am just one person. But together, we are strong, Nia nodded. The scar is a symbol of past, present, and future. Tom took a deep breath. I will keep fighting. For peace, for freedom, for all. As the stars twinkled above, Tom felt ready for new adventures. The galaxy was wide, full of wonders and challenges. But now, he knew who he was. A human, a protector, a light in the darkness, and this was only the beginning.